so you guys can get to know me and how my fitness journey got started and how it's going. Let me reintroduce myself to y'all because y'all might not know. But hi, my name is Tyler and I am the CEO and founder of the Klutz Committee. Just do it! Hello everyone and welcome back to my vlog. It's your girl Tyler here and we're doing something a little different today. I thought, why not do a Q&A so you guys can get to know me and how my fitness journey got started and how it's going. I have on my phone a couple of questions on my phone that I'm going to be answering about my fitness journey and how I got started and everything. So let's get started. So the first question is, how did I get started on my fitness journey? So let me reintroduce myself to y'all because y'all might not know. But hi, my name is Tyler and I am the CEO and founder of the Klutz Committee. I trip over air. I trip over my own feet. I fall up and down the stairs and get random bruises and scratches on myself. I'm glad to, invite y'all into the Klutz Committee. Just playing. But yeah, no, I'm a really big Klutz. Sports was not my thing growing up. You couldn't pay me to participate in any type of sports, gym class, no nothing, okay? Like, that was not for me. I was more of the music geek. I was more into chorus and band and still kind of am. But yeah, I did not like the gym. I didn't at all. For me, fitness got more into my storyline my freshman year of college. That's when I started dabbling into like group fitness classes like yoga and Zumba. And then it wasn't until my junior year where I kind of took a turn with my fitness journey. I think a lot of things actually played into effect of that. One being that I was studying kinesiology at a time, and of course that's exercise science. So I think just me learning the effects of how exercise impacts our body mentally, physically, and how nutrition plays a part of everything. That definitely impacted my fitness journey, but also going through this myself. My junior years when I really got into working out, from lifting weights, cardio. Like at first I was doing all the Beachbody programs like P90X, Insanity, T30. And I remember I used to do those in like our common area in my dorm, like on my downtime. And I was really into it. Then I got into weightlifting. And once I started picking up weights, that was kind of it. Like, I haven't dropped them. What else? Also, junior year was also when I got into running as well, and I did a lot of 5Ks. So junior year of college for me was like the turning point for fitness for me, I would say. And that's when I kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna keep going with this. How did I get into bodybuilding? So that is actually a good question. Again, this also happened at college. This was actually my senior year of college. And I was scrolling on Instagram. Now, mind you, Instagram is not how Instagram is today. Like, it was just getting started. So it was more like a lot of photos and stuff like that. It was like just that. Like, there was no stories. There was no reels. There was none of that. It was just people posting stories. People posting pictures on Instagram. Like, that was it. And at that time too, this was 2015, my senior year of college, but this was also like the up and coming of the bikini division in the NPC IFBB. So I remember seeing a lot of these athletes on my For You page, and I would see India, Narman, Ashley, Courtney, Janet, all on my feed. And I'm like, dang, what are they doing? What are they doing? And then I ended up doing my research and finding out they were bikini competitors. And I'm just like, well, since I want to look like that, why not do what they do? So I did. So I did, and I haven't turned back since then. My first show was literally like a few months after I graduated college in 2015. And my first show was the Europa Games. Europa Games in Atlantic City in 2015. And when I tell you I was beyond excited about this, actually, if I have a photo, I'm going to insert it somewhere over here. But a photo is going to be put up. But even though, let me just get a disclaimer now. Even though I was not conditioned and where I needed to be, I actually lost a lot of weight from this photo from where I started. And then also too, like, my confidence level went up. Like, I was so excited to step on that stage and wear that bikini and just show me off. Like, I honestly didn't care that I didn't place. I feel like, to me, it was just more of an accomplishment thing that I was more excited about. However, I do have to say, once I stepped on that stage, it was like getting a tattoo or a piercing for the first time, where like, okay, now I want more. Like, so that's where I was like, okay, I want to keep doing this. Like, this is fun. I want to keep doing it. So yeah, my first show was the Europa Games in 2015. Did I do any other shows? I sure did. So I went every year from 2015, I did a show. So my next two shows, I should state, were not with the NPC. They were actually with the OCB. So the OCB is a national federation. So it's drug free. So you got to take a polygraph test. And if you win your class and division, you got to take a urine test. If they find any trace of drugs in your system, that title, that placing goes to the next person. So my first show in the OCB was in 2016, and I think that was the Spirit of America, I want to say. And I was back home in Massachusetts, and I got 4th place there. So I was like, okay, we did better than the first round. And here's a picture from that show. And then if we compared my first show to this show, like, there's a drastic difference. So we were coming down, conditioning was getting much, much better. My next show was in 2017, and this will be my last show back home in Massachusetts. And I can't remember the title of it, but I remember I had to go down to Rhode Island for it. But I actually placed 7th, so I was right on the outside. And again, here's a picture from that show. And I, again, like, conditioning wise, was still a little better than the previous show. So even though I wasn't in the top 5 for this show, again, for me, what mattered the most is that I showed up better than the last show. My bad, guys. So I forgot to talk about the shows that I did once I moved to South Carolina. When I moved to South Carolina, I went back to the NPC and I did 3 shows. My first show was in 2018, and that was the Border Clash. And then a few months later, I did the Lee Haney in Atlanta. And then my last show was the Mid-Atlantic Classic in 2020. And it was at this show where your girl hit her goal and became nationally qualified for the first time. Do I plan on doing any other shows? I sure do, and y'all cannot take that away from me. I do plan on stepping on stage again. I feel like somebody going through withdrawals right now, because I have not stepped on stage in about 6 years. My last time I stepped on stage was in 2020, where I placed 5th and got nationally qualified. And I'm gonna put a photo right over here. That was the last time I stepped on stage, and that was the Mid-Atlantic Classic down here in South Carolina. And I was so excited about that show, and to get nationally qualified. I was so ready. Like, because we were right there, you know what I mean? And a lot of things health-wise happened, and I did not step on stage after that. And it just kind of trickled down onto the years, a lot of things going on, work, school. So yes, the plan is to step on stage. I'm trying to get myself ready to step on stage. So keep an eye out. What is some advice that I would give to somebody who is starting their fitness journey / bodybuilding journey? So for one, the first thing I would tell you is to, and I feel like this is the most important one, so that's why I'm just going to start with this one, is do not compare yourself to others. Now let me go into depth about that one. So a lot of times, especially in the fitness world, bodybuilding world, we can look at somebody and we can see that they got that six pack, their big booty Judy, their booty sitting upright, their arms and they got the guns coming out, the shoulders are nice and bold and popping out, and you're just sitting there like, dang, how can I can't be like that? When we compare ourselves to others, that's only stealing the light and joy out of our whole process. Like going down this road in fitness, either if your goal is losing weight or gaining muscle, it's a journey. This is not something that's going to stay linear and it's just going to keep growing. No, there's going to be ups and downs, high and lows throughout this whole journey. And you just got to remember what your why is. You know what I mean? You got to remember why you started this journey in the first place. And when we sit here and we compare ourselves to others, we're just diminishing our journey because we're seeing the journey of somebody else. And mind you, just because we're on chapter 1, we shouldn't be comparing ourselves to somebody else's chapter 15 because we don't know. You know what I mean? We're seeing the end results of their journey, but we don't see, or we didn't see where they started from. You know what I mean? So I would say the main thing is to do is not compare yourself to others. Just keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes focused on yourself and just enjoy the ride and don't give up. Another thing that I would say too is to remember your why. Like you got to make sure that your why is for you and not for nobody else. Because if you do it for somebody else, you're not going to stick with it. It has to be for you and you really need to want it. You know what I mean? Like your why should be something that's important to you. Another thing that I would tell somebody who is getting started on their fitness journey, either if it's just overall fitness or bodybuilding, is what's Nike's slogan? Just do it. So do that. Just do it. There should be no hesitation if it's something that you really want. If you really want to lose weight, do your research and find all the things that you need to get you to your goal. You know what I mean? If it's gaining muscle, again, do all the research and get going on that goal. Like there should be nothing stopping you from getting what you want. Do it. Don't let fear, don't let doubt, don't let anxiety, don't let people's opinions stop you from doing what you want to do. First of all, we live our lives for ourselves, not for others. And if they can't see that, then those are the type of people you don't need in your life in the first place. Because at the end of the day, the people that are in your life should be supporting you, not against you. Just do it. Do it loud and proud. Do it the way you wanted to do it. Do it. Just do it. Another piece of advice that I would say is to cut out all the noise. And that could be the noise from the outside, from people around you, to the noises in the inside in your head. Cut it out. Get rid of it. Because that is only a distraction from you from reaching your goals. When we hear that inside noise, that's us listening to that fear, that doubt, that anxiety that is only being sent there to stop you from doing what you need to be doing. And the outside noise, we're not living our lives for people. We're not here to please them. We're here to please ourselves. So if losing weight and gaining muscle and getting serious about your fitness journey is something that you want to do, baby, do it. Eliminate and extract the noise. Don't listen to it. Pretend that you are mute. No, not mute. Deaf. You don't hear nothing. And keep it pushing. Keep it moving. And do you. Go for your goals. Another important piece of advice that I would give y'all is consistency over motivation. And the reason why I say that is because consistency consists of you doing small daily tasks that help you reach your goal, while motivation is more emotion driven. You know what I mean? So especially for fitness and bodybuilding, we got to take the emotion out of the equation. Because just because we're tired and we don't want to do it, there could be somebody else who is tired, but they're still getting on that Stairmaster for an hour. They're still doing their legs. They're still hitting that chest workout, even though they're tired, even though they might have their period, even though they just don't feel like doing nothing. They're still in there getting the work done. When we lead for our emotions, sometimes those emotions will take away from what we really need to be doing. You got to be consistent on doing the things that you know you need to be doing when it comes to your fitness, on your fitness journey. If you know you need to be in the gym for 3, 4, 5 days out of the week, plan ahead of time. Sometimes we may have a busy day by the time our day is done and over with and we need to go work out. We're not motivated to do so. You know what I mean? And sometimes we might lead our decision making from our emotions and not what needs to be done. Okay, like, you can motivate yourself, but sometimes that motivation is not going to get you where you need to be. Like, it's not going to get you into that gym. You could talk to yourself all day long in your head about, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to go to the gym, but end up right back in that bed. Or drink that pre-workout and then go home right afterwards, you know? So I think it's more of a mental thing. It's more of a consistency thing. You gotta be consistent and on it. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta show up every single day. Even if you don't want to, even if you're tired, even if things are not going right. You got to push through the emotions and do what you need to get done to reach that goal. One last piece of advice that I would give to someone starting their fitness journey is, don't let this be your identity. I see that a lot of times where people just live and breathe fitness and they forget to live. You know, they forget to live their life. Don't get so caught up in the moment that you forget who you are and you make your life all about fitness, that you forget that you have a life of your own. Like, it is okay to have fun. It is okay to have a cheat meal. It's okay to miss a day of working out. You are human. You have a life to live. You know what I mean? Like, you are able to have fun and to live that life. Like, it shouldn't be so caught up into to staying in the gym all the time and making sure you're eating right every single day. Sometimes when you do that, you kind of set yourself up to live up to this perfect standard, and we're not perfect human beings. You know what I mean? We're not designed like that. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to make flaws. But you got to have your own identity outside of fitness, or it's going to consume you. Just remember that. So that is it for my quick Q&A of the day. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And remember to be authentically you. Bye, guys.